there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today I'm going to do a quick video on providing corrective criticism. I think this video will be really helpful because there's a lot of things that I see on social media and off that are being masked by corrective criticism. There's a lot of bullying going on and a lot of things that are being said that are mean, and they're, like I said, being covered up or masked by the term corrective criticism. So I'm just going to go over some tips in this video on how you can truly provide corrective criticism, some tips that I use for myself, because sometimes we can say things that we don't intend to be offensive, but they definitely can be. So before we get into this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get right into the video. So if you've been following this channel, then you know this channel is all about positivity. It's about growth, sharing what we know. I want to inspire as many as I can, and I also learn from you all. So I want to be inspired by you all and motivated by you as well. But like I said, there's a lot of things that are being said and being typed that are just, it's not corrective criticism. And a lot of people are saying, I read comments on videos and mine. I see, I'm in the world. I see things on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and a lot of people say, people just can't take the truth. You just can't handle the truth these days. And it's not about that, but it's always about how you provide the truth. It's always about how you give information. I don't know if you're familiar with the term, but I love the term. It's not what you do, but it's how you do it. It's not really what you say, but it's how you say it. And so the first tip that I want to go over is provide a compliment. If you see something that needs to be changed, or if you see something that you didn't like, try your best to find the beauty in it. Try your best, challenge yourself to see, okay, I didn't like this. I didn't like the majority of this video, or I didn't like the majority of this, whatever it may be, food. But what did I like? I do reviews sometimes on different foods and different drinks. And I try, even when I do reviews, I'm definitely honest and open, but I still try to find something that's positive to say. It's a skill to find the good and the bad, if that makes sense. It's a skill to see something that you hate, be able to look and see, okay, what good could come of this, Now, I mean, if it's a case where it's just nothing at all good about it, you just hate it at all, that's definitely a time where we can bring in prayer. But typically, the majority of situations that I've seen or I've been a part of, there's always something positive. Even someone that you just cannot stand, there's still something good about them. You know what I mean? There's still something good. So it may take you to be the bigger person, and it may take you to have to dig deep to really, really find out, or remember or allow yourself to accept that good. But it moves over well when you're telling someone something about themselves when you provide a compliment first. So provide a compliment first. Also, number 2, provide a suggestion. So don't just, and I don't want to say don't just, but in my experience, when you come at someone and when you say, this is what you need to do, this is what you have to do, you jump right into saying that, or this is what she should have done. It can be definitely taken offensively, because a lot of people that are coming or starting statements like that typically are saying things that are going to be mean. And it's already hard for some people to hear things about themselves, no matter how you deliver it. So be cautious of that. If your true intention is really, really to help, then you have to deliver the help in a way that's going to be received in the easiest form. And what I try to do, I try to stray away from just saying what I don't like without providing a suggestion. It's easy, again, to say, I just don't like this, but it's hard to say, okay, I don't like this. This is what we should do instead. That's in anything, even when I was working, a lot of times people would say, well, businesses, if you work for a business, they should just do this, or they should have just did this. And it's like, okay, so if we come up with a plan, or if we have a suggestion as to how this will help and benefit others and how it can be laid out, this could help. You know what I mean? This could really help. So always make sure that you're not just coming at a situation with what you don't like about it, but also with a suggestion that could help fix the issue for you and others in the future. My third tip is be loving and positive. So no matter who you're talking to, whenever you're providing a suggestion or whenever you're providing corrective criticism, make sure it's coming from a place that's loving. Make sure it's not coming from a place of hate, a place of, you being upset, or a place of you not liking that person. Make sure it's coming, in a loving way, and it's in an upbeat, positive tone. So many things are just taken out of context. So many things could have been resolved a lot easier, in my opinion, if we just would have said it in a different tone, in a different way, used different words, and really came at it from a place of love. Understand that not everyone sees things as you see them. Understand that what may be clear for you is not clear for someone else. Understand that someone else may not, agree with everything that you're saying, just like you're not going to agree with everything anyone else says. But just make sure that if it is something that you feel that needs to be addressed, just come at it with love. You know what I mean? Come at it with love and understanding and patience. My fourth tip is be direct. So a lot of people confuse this too. They're like, okay, if I'm direct, then I'm going to just be, rude. And you can be direct without being rude. You can be blunt without being rude. Again, it's the choice of words that you decide to use, and it's your delivery. It's all in the words and delivery. So you can definitely be direct. You don't have to beat around the bush. You don't have to take, an hour to get to your point or anything like that. If it's something that you want or that needs to be addressed immediately, or if it's something that needs to be addressed, period, don't feel like you can't come out and say what the problem is. You definitely can. You just have to be patient, take time, and figure out what choice words you're going to use that will work best for this person, especially if you know the person. A lot of times we know people that we're providing the criticism to, and so you kind of know like what their personality is and kind of how their demeanor is. I'm not saying that you know 100% how they're going to take your corrective criticism, but you kind of know that person. So just take a moment, never try to give corrective criticism in a time where emotions are really high and the tension is very, 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 very tough. And you know that you really are speaking from emotion rather than a place of love and help. Just try to make sure that, I know sometimes when I take a moment and really think and let myself calm down, the way that I deliver my message or criticism is so much better than if I was to say it when emotions are really high and when I was upset or when I was frustrated. So that's another tip I have. And then the last tip I have is pull aside or do it in private. So what I've realized from corrective criticism being given to me and from also me giving corrective criticism is that it always works best, or 99% of the time in my experience, it's worked best when you pull someone aside or do it in private. People really don't like to be checked. They really don't like to be told off in public, or you're not even telling them off, so to speak, but that's how they could interpret it, that she's just trying to do this in front of people, or she's just trying to make me look bad. So if it's coming from love, don't feel like you have to have an audience to help someone grow, because that's really what corrective criticism is. It really helps us grow. And if you love someone and you see something that they can do to be better, there's nothing wrong with coming at it in a loving way. So even if you see a video that you really don't like, if someone has, or if you see something that someone does in a video, typically there's like a email that you can reach out to instead of putting it on the comment. Making it, for everyone to see, or making it, especially if it's a statement that you can already know that may be controversial or touchy. Reach out to the person, send them an email, contact them in private and say, you know what, hey, I really love what you're doing. I think these are some tools that could help better the process. And don't feel afraid or feel bad to reach out to anyone and give them just a compliment either. It doesn't necessarily have to be corrective criticism. If you see something that someone's doing that you like, be vocal about that too. That all helps. So I just wanted to make this quick video. I know sometimes things can be taken out of context in the wrong way. And this is something that we all can do to make sure that we're providing information in the most loving and respectful way. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.